The views and opinions expressed in this video are solely those of the individual speaking and do not represent the views of this channel or any affiliated organizations. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
I realized that business is all about finding entropy in the world, and then your goal as the entrepreneur is to jump in there, use your knowledge, use your connections, and make it efficient. Create order.
Once you give a weapon to a specific person that doesn't know how they will wield it, at the end of the day, it will be gone to them. And you can't do that to these indigenous people because you need to teach them how to fish instead of giving them fish.
Hey guys, this is Blockchain Executives, and this is a podcast with a mission to teach you how to leverage decentralized technology in your business. We have Alvin Reyes over here, our main host for today. He's a software architect with deep expertise in decentralized technology. And I'm Christian Kirapas, a blockchain engineer, currently the CEO of Volcanic Labs, a company with a mission to engineer the next generation of web and mobile apps, currently focusing on blockchain technology. To introduce our guest for today, we have here Stephen Costiniano. And I want to go over his profile that he submitted to us today. But before I do that, I want to scoot over to Stephen so he can give a small introduction of what he's doing right now and who he is. Bro, what's up?
Hello, what's up? So a brief introduction. Most of my career, I do investing ever since. So started in crypto investments. And then before the pandemic, I started learning how to trade in biotech US companies. And then after the biotech, came back again to crypto. And after crypto, diversified myself into commodities and agriculture. So most of my career cycle is involved in trading and investments.
Actually, it's very interesting, bro, Stephen, because I see your educational background over here, and I'm surprised personally. Ako personally, because I know you do investments, I know you do finance deeply, but your degree is actually BS, computer engineering. So I want to know more about that. How did that impact your overall career right now?
Actually, I started during my crypto days before, if you know FTX, right? So
Urin.
I've designed a arbitrage bot before.
Nice.
That is using the Python, no? So I've designed for exchange arbitrage, meaning to say anything that has spread like 5% within the four exchanges. I do fast swap, so it's automated. I think that interests me on doing algorithmic trading before. So that was my engineering days. But I hardly stopped because I switched my strategy into human behavior style of trading and less frequent. So my first journey was frequent trades, so meaning to say small wins but many multiple trades. So I've done some automations there. I think the impact of it is more on, since we're purely engineers, right? So we do know how to think in systems. We want flows to be efficient. And I think most of my finance career, I'm building automation programs to do the trades. But at the end of the day, the big ticket trades are mostly on position trades, or where you have position early and then you could go out your investment after, like, the trend has been on mass level.
Yeah. So that this is purely talaga cryptocurrency, right? Trading.
Yeah, that's
And,
I think that's
DeFi.
my towards trading, which is crypto.
Okay. And like in your profile, I think you indicated na you were from Launch Garage, or you work with Launch Garage before. Is that
I was an intern before.
Oh, you were in. Okay,
So,
okay. So
yeah.
it was interesting
Like
kasi
that.
I know Jay Hardo, and I went there like around 2018, 2019. And we had a good conversation about tech, about his yeah, his experience in launching ventures, launching his own startups. Dami niya ng startups right now, eh. Dami niya ng, ginagawa. So it's yeah, it's just really interesting na you were there too. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the time I was learning how to do angel investments. So meaning to say from mere publicly trading yung mga publicly listed. So because most of the trades ngayon na available sa market, publicly available na siya.
Yeah.
So my strategy was how do I get in early? So I started doing the angel investment rounds. That's why I've joined then saying Launch Garage kasi it's a accelerator for
So yeah.
startups.
Mhm.
So I've
Yeah.
learned how startup works and then created some strategies how to identify good early stage projects that could thrive and then be available publicly sa market. So invest early
That's
and
nice.
then so much liquidity once it goes public na.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good kasi yeah,
Okay.
Proud Cloud yung company na yun. Yan, alala ko na bigla yung name. Proud Cloud yung name ng company ni Jay. But yeah, it's good that you got in early. I mean, you had that sort of experience early as an angel investor. Kasi I'll be honest with you right now, I'm trying to look into that space, like investing, angel investing. Recently, I spoke to Jay nga din as actually kasi parang he heads the Launch Garage, right? Siya yung head nun and he's one of the venture capitalists there na that invested and that incubated some of the startups in the
Correct.
Philippines. Kaya parang yeah, we had a conversation and I was just exploring how to do that and it's really good that you yourself you started very early in the angel investing, being an angel investor. So it's really good. Yeah.
It's a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
Is it though like stressful then in a way? Kasi parang, of course, since you invested money, it's risky, right? There's like a lot of risks involved. Like what if the
Yeah.
startups like can't make money and you wouldn't be able to return some of your investments? Like does that happen to you or how? Is
A
that
lot. A
not
lot.
Is
yeah.
that the is that the fun ride?
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, because I think this would be very beneficial to your crowds then, no, that will be watching this.
Yeah.
Because on angel investments is we don't just put in money, right? We provide added value. Like for me,
Yep.
when I invest in companies, I provide some of the financial technicalities to different startups, like creating valuations, doing business models, and then making sure their operations would be lean as possible, and then
Yeah.
identifying scenarios. So it's more of giving money at the same time, giving them this handholding on how they could go towards the next level of their traction in a
Yep.
sense. Yeah, mostly it's more of position sizing to invest in angel investment because there's this saying you just need a one company or two company that will provide you this 100 or 1,000x returns to clean all of your failed investments. So
Yeah.
I think that's why some of the angel investors are thriving because of that concept. But it's really hard. It's really hard to because some angel investment it has maximum or minimum ticket sizes, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And
Actually, yung
how
next
do you
question.
play out a 100K ticket size of minimum investment if you're an angel investor? If you want to play 100 cards, so that means that will be 100K times what 100 which means almost $1 million. You need $1 million to fulfill. But since we're Filipinos are very resourceful, that's why I've created my own decentralized DAO, what you call DAO. So that's our decentralized autonomous organization where I teach this strategy to angel investors. But if you know the concept of school of fish, that they could form on Finding Nemo, they could form a big shark. So that's how I approach things. So I connect with same goal of angel investor, and then we pulled our forces and resources to execute this investment strategy.
Nice.
of different angel investors. So I've
Mm.
used that model during the IDO,
Mm.
DeFi, NFT, and
Yeah.
it worked. It worked.
ICO.
It
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked.
SDOs, ICO. Yeah.
Yeah, SEOs,
Yeah.
ICOs.
Mm.
I mean, we're just relying on trust and smart contracts.
Mm.
We have smart contracts,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. This venture of yours, this private investment now, it's still ongoing, right? Like you're still like doing this on the side or
yeah, it's
yeah,
cyclical. So it's a matter of
yeah.
it's a matter of what space are we
Mm-hmm.
investing in.
Mm-hmm.
Say crypto
Mm.
space has a good opportunity, then we do the syndication and the
Nice.
crypto. If there are opportunities in commodities, we do the syndication in commodities. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
matter of checking where is the money flowing right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I just felt not sure if it's skill or luck, right? I just felt some of my successful trades are participating on what if questions. If during the pandemic, China got locked down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I ever thought na I have this boss that he went through many pandemic days.
Mm-hmm.
And straight to the point, like when China closed, he saw the opportunity of it could be a mere pandemic again, like during their times.
Mm-hmm.
And we positioned very early on biotech trades during that time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's very cyclical. It's very
Yeah.
cyclical in terms of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
same with the commodities as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a matter of high
Yeah.
level thinking. Like,
Mm.
what if this
Mm.
happens? What if
Yeah.
this
I
happens?
think
So
Mm.
yeah,
I
I
want
think
to I went to
yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Christian. Sige. Yeah.
I want to go over that actually, bro. Kasi
Mm.
we do
Mm.
have your field of form here, and one of the biggest things you've written is three things. By the way, high level thinking, thinking ahead, and taking action. Those two things, thinking ahead and taking action, they actually make sense to me. As kumbaga talaga, okay, gets ko to, I got it. But the first one, my understanding when you say high level thinking is that you see it how everything relate to each other. So then you know how to position yourself. Am I right in saying that? Okay, so
yeah, correct,
can,
correct.
Mm-hmm.
can you give us an exact example? Kasi you do have a notable achievement here when you said manage to take action on different economic event that has life-changing
Mm.
opportunity. So I want you to share us one of those moments where you actually use high-level thinking so that our listeners today, our watchers today would learn from that and, eventually take action on different economic events, right?
Yeah, I think I could start with uh, mm, during the commodity days. I think ito yung pinaka-fresh pa sa akin. During the commodity days, oil is ramping up, right? And interest rates are going up.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this Ukraine war. There's this trade wars going everywhere. And then there's this single commodity. What you call this commodity makes you cry when you slice it, and when you buy it.
Bro, bro, I got a story for that as
Nice.
well. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nice.
Go, go.
Okay.
So I mean, there's this event where farmers had to grow. So our government provided seeds for these onions, right? This was 2022, I think. And these seeds was overly supplied to different farmers. Meaning to say, when you give so much seeds and they plant it, ice tanks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on the onion side of things, you have only one cropping cycle, which is the January period, March to January. After that cropping cycle, there will be no onions for the whole 6 months. The only thing so the spoilage rate of onions is like 1 month. So, ang nangyari, oversupply, sabay-sabay sila nag-harvest, price tanked down. So, meaning to say, I think nangyaring onions nun was 21 pesos to 25 pesos per kilo. So, the
One
only thing that you could
pesos to
preserve the
25
onions,
pesos
25 pesos per kilo.
per kilo. Yeah. Okay. Nagmahal.
Hindi, mura siya. As in,
Mura.
25
Super.
pesos per kilo.
25 cents,
Mm.
you mean? Oh, okay.
Per kilo. So, anong nangyari? Since maraming farm, so So the concept ng farmers nun is either you sell it at cheaper or either pabulukin mo na siya. Yun na yung naging behavior nun.
Yeah.
So seeing that opportunity, the next step is mura. So the second thing is yun pa yung bagong election. So meaning ng bagong election, we will be having our new president, and the thesis there was since they're all pro agriculture and most of the parang sabihin natin gusto lang magpabango lahat. So meaning to say they will do an importation, they will do, I mean, the Filipino way, parang serving their local. So the thesis was buy it low, there will be no importation because magpapabango nga yung new policies. And then the consumption rate will be tataas. Technically, it happens during nung time na nag-fly yung mga prices because hindi sila nagpapasok ng import during that time. And having this knowledge, ang catch doon is alam kong may 19 pesos. Pero paano mo siya gagawin? Yun yung dyan yung golden rule doon yung paano mo siya gagawin. Pwede mo kasi siyang isipin lang on a macro level na, tataas din yan. Like 21, tataas din yan for sure. Pero ang question nun, paano mo siya gagawin? So, yun na yung nagkaroon kami ng opportunity to source different cold storages para patagalin yung binili naming onion. And then the rest is history. So during that 2022, I think nag-peak ang onion ng 600 per kilo, 300 per kilo that time. And of what, 6 months time.
Actually, that's a really interesting story, bro, na shinare mo yun Because when that happened, we did an arbitrage trade. Naghanap ako ng local. Hindi ko malala yung exact location, but I think Nueva Ecija, exactly. I'm not sure, but I looked for a local. Then I communicated with them. I talked to an investor, which was my Singaporean friend. I said, bro, we can do an arbitrage trade. I have a car. I know we can store it. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the name of all the people. Okay, so reserve. Give me your money. You reserve already your onions at this price. Okay. So I told my friend, bro, give me this money. Let's buy that onion there and deliver here using our car. So at that time, it was just a quick 50 to 90K profit overall. So yeah, so I really like, this is interesting because is this the reason you started in agri? Why you're in agri now? Is this the core start of that?
Yeah.
Actually, one of my principles as an investor is, for me, efficiency. Inefficient market is money. Inefficient is money. In the agriculture space in the Philippines, it's really so inefficient. Like data everywhere is so much lag. Much lag. Ang bagal ng price updates. And you have like weeks to take action to fulfill the arbitrage. So remember, I started in arbitrage. Millisecond arbitrage. Why not do weekly arbitrage? Why not do
Daily.
a specific week timeline to perform the arbitrage?
Arbitrage,
Just get one truck, no? Tapos.
It's the same.
Yeah. I didn't know na may ganong crisis. I mean sa onion, honestly. So I mean, I heard na parang tumaas yung price before. That was like rumors lang, and I wasn't like, I'm not in the agriculture space, and yeah, it's just interesting. It's fascinating na okay. There are people like you who are like, who has intuition enough to make a move. Right? It's like fresh for me. Yeah. So parang it's fresh to me kasi puro tech. Yeah, it exists. Yeah.
It exists.
Okay.
So, yun yung funny thing kasi you just need to be well connected to the commodities network. And then you get the golden treasure. And then it's a matter of taking action na lang once you have the information. For me, arbitrage could be Arbitrage could be difference in pricing, difference in knowledge, or difference in perception. So either I do arbitrage on perception. Let's say our perception is the market will not happen, but my perception it will happen. That is also an arbitrage opportunity for different. So yeah.
And then Chris,
That's the
and then
thing.
trinay mo rin siya, Christian.
Yeah, the only difference with me and people who were planning it that time is same as Stephen. What I find fascinating there is was no one was willing to take action, and to me, I was just like, I did the financials, I did the OPEX, I computed the gas, I computed the
Yeah.
time expenditure we need. I was like, bro, this is not risky at all. We can do this. We can do this. So, but it was a one-time thing, one-time
Mm.
thing, nothing
One
else.
time, one
So
time.
that's actually really interesting because when you said bro na ano no, sabi mo na in terms of agriculture in the provinces, it's slow, it's inefficient. And I was talking to a friend kanina lang over a meeting and I told him, you know what? I see how businesses work these days or how they really are fundamentally. I realized that business is all about finding entropy in the world, chaos, just lack of order,
Mm.
inefficiencies, and then your goal as the entrepreneur is to jump in there, use your knowledge, use your connections, and make it efficient. Create
Mhm.
order from chaos, and then you reap the rewards of creating order in that because it becomes efficient, it becomes convenient, it becomes
Mhm.
nice suddenly. So it's really great. See that you're doing that. I see you're on point.
Uh,
That's a
You
really
can.
good. You
Yeah.
mentioned that data is really slow, diba? On agriculture, like price updates and etc. I know this is gonna kill the arbitrage opportunities in the weekly back and forth. But do you think knowing how blockchain works, since you're already well versed in blockchain, do you think it would help if we have all those? Because people explore this right in farming and agriculture data and blockchain. Do you think it would help immensely since you're doing a business in agriculture if we store the data on chain and technically create a source of truth for farmers. So updates are faster. That's the thing. So you need bots or you need automations for your arbitrage now. No more weekly.
Pero,
So
well, I mean, in a way, beneficial, di ba? Correct me if I'm wrong, on arbitrage, right? It's beneficial if there's some sort of delay, right? Sa price points. Kasi parang you can
yes,
sort
yes,
of,
yes.
you can position yourself, like let's say, may delay nga siya, lang 1 week. You can position yourself early. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I guess like I'm interested like yung thoughts mo on that one, like if you want to make it efficient, pero in my mind, I'm not like an expert sa agriculture. It's gonna lessen the opportunity for you to do the arbitrage then, right? Or
Well, either, I mean, it's a matter of either you build a company that could lessen the arbitrage and you will benefit from it.
yeah, yeah,
So, if you create, that's the golden thing. Sino
yeah,
yung gagawa nun?
yeah, yun
Sino?
nga.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, pagdating dun, I mean, so that's why I've co-founded different Agritech solutions to solve this misery.
mm,
So is one of the inefficiencies that we're solving. I mean, imagine a technology where your data is coming from the actual producers of the
yeah,
lands. Imagine that granularity of data.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
mm,
one of my companies solving right now. The
Mhm.
granularity, where to get the data, how accurate it is, and how do you act on it as fast as possible.
is
And
this
to
involved Ren with ano? Is this just Farm Connect in general or does it also involve Takanihawan? Because di ba you have Takanihawan, you have Farm Connect, you have yung sa crabs, yung fresh crabs, Mr. Krabs. I forget
mano
the
ka,
name,
no?
pero
Yeah.
you have another ano eh. Is that are they part of that? Like the back end is that or is that a totally different entity?
Well, Farm Connect is the one solving the sourcing solutions. Where we
Mm,
map out different farmers and cluster them to
mm,
market their goods before they harvest. Their
mm,
goods are been marketed already. So that's Farm
mm,
Connect. So it helps farmers to do the economies of scale to plant. Kasi
Yeah.
remember, farmers because of the yung nag-distribute ng lands, no?
Mm-hmm.
In the Philippines. So now, syempre may tago 1 hectare yung mga farmers. And some of them, you can't, I imagine, sa kabilang kapitbahay mo merong talong, sitaw, sa kabila may rice, sa kabila may sibuyas. Tapos
Mm-hmm.
magkakadikit lang kayo. So, kanya-kanyan silang plant. And hindi mo magagawa yung mechanization, hindi mo magagawa yung economies of scale na i-plant tong specific crops kung
Mm.
magkakaiba kayo.
Okay ba? Yeah.
Kasi minsan on a agriculture level, minsan may pest yung pupunta dun sa kabila and mahahawa yung kabila.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So minsan yung isa nag-spray ng pesticide, lumipat naman dun sa kabila na Yung mga fruits na. So, yun yung naging problem. And we're currently solving it yung sa Farm Konekt side. And
Right.
we make sure na replenish yung farmer talent pool natin. Because it has been decreasing. I mean, ever since, if titignan niyo yung mga report, labor force ng farmer as
Pababa.
career. And then
Pababa.
remember, here's the thing why I'm into agri. And bakit? Kasi diba agri pang matanda daw, like pang matanda. In why hindi bata? Because if you want to feed our generation, ikaw dapat yung nandun. State na yun.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, di ba yung farmer labor? Sad thing, no? Average farmer ang age nila is 58 to 60 years old.
Oh, so
Then
talaga
imagine
like
pandemic hits. Ito yung slope, declining slope nung pandemic.
bumagsak talaga lahat. Oh, wow.
Up yun. Kasi alam niyo naman na nangyari sa pandemic. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yung age group
elimination
nung
round yun.
Yeah.
And yung age group na yun, sila yung
Hindi naman battle royale, no? Elimination lang.
Pinaka-vulnerable sila, right? Vulnerable
sila yung
age group.
tinamaan heavily.
Yeah.
And who's left? I mean, who's left? Yung mga anak na sinabihan na parang ang mindsetting na ng mga anak ng farmers is mag-aral ka para hindi ka rin maging magsasaka. So it's not the good mindset condition.
Hindi siya, I guess kasi ganun.
For the agriculture.
Kasi ganun, in a way, ganun yung perception talaga right? Ever since like, ako, nag-aral ako dyan, right? Nag-aral ako dyan, and then ganun yung sinasabi din sa akin ng parents ko And meron bang are you guys doing something to change that perception in a way? Yung ganung parang, I see what you're saying na parang we need to communicate a more sort of parang positive and progressive dun sa being a farmer, right? Kasi honestly dito sa Canada and sa Canada, ang daming farmers dito, and the farmers here hindi sila poverty level. hindi sila mahirap. Yung mga tractors, that costs like 500,000 USD isang tractor lang, and then you'll see like farmers na parang 3, 4, 5 yung tractor nila, right? So talaga lucrative din dito, as in malaki yung pera malaki yung revenue na nakuha nila for for corn, sa strawberries, sa pag-ano nila dito sa rice din. So dyan sa atin, is there something that I guess the Philippine government is doing, or I guess in your perspective, ano yung pwede nating gawin to change that sort of view? This is a career.
So dito na ini-introduce ni government na funny thing, no? Remember the concept of the school of fish during the syndicate, how you group resources? Imagine that power, grouping different farmers, grouping their lands, grouping their resources, farm on an economic grade level where you could drastically reduce costs because you're doing mechanization, you're doing bulk purchases of agricultural inputs, and you could maximize the logistics by serving volumes in different clients. Imagine that cost you could reduce, and that's the solution that our government is currently working on, which is the clustering system. And Farm Konekt goal is to be the technology provider for the clustering system of the government. Will connect us to different regions. Actually, the Farm Konekt is a multi-region project. It connects Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines aspect to do the intertrades. Meaning to say, if this is arbitrage, could do arbitrage from Philippines to Brunei, Brunei to Indonesia, Indonesia to Philippines, Philippines to Malaysia. So something like that. So the export, that's the thing that I'm currently learning. Since ang hirap, I mean, dati kasi 'di ba puro clicks lang tayo to do arbitrage because nasa digital realm tayo.
Yeah.
So now, I'm currently pushing myself to understand, 'di ba may bagong trend ngayon, yung phygital daw, physical plus digital. So I think that's one of my blockchain use case for the agriculture. How do we settle digital and delay the physical settlements? So efficiently trade digital, then just transact doing the physical level. So ano siya, medyo
Pero
heavy yung infrastructure.
Yeah, heavy
And
dun sa
trustful rin
for
yun eh, di ba?
and
Trustful
then
eh. Like, you
yeah,
need people involved.
pay people involved, and also you have to ensure the quality of the
Mm.
physical is
Physical, yes.
at par dun
Mm.
sa the moment you transact it on chain, right? Say let's say nag-transact ka on chain and
Mm.
then yung delay itself of that physical transfer caused some damages, right? Or like
Mm.
nagka-issue siya. You have to like account for that then, right? So it's an interesting problem to solve.
Mm.
In terms of how I use blockchain in this industry, no, I
Mm.
have
Mm.
several key points to share. Like, if you know fractionalization, asset
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
fractionalization,
Yeah.
so I'm currently implementing this. Like, most of my farms in Nueva Ecija, yung yields nun, some of them are co-owned, meaning to say, yung production ng rice is may mga different investors dun
Yeah.
Mm.
implementing the DAO. So, this is a, ano siya, para siyang tokenized shares
Yeah.
per hectare production basis. So, ayan,
Mm.
that's one of my pilot projects.
That's nice.
And
Yeah.
then,
Mm.
second is the verifier agents. So,
Yeah.
you reward farmers that are participating on the price sharing mechanism.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And yeah,
ganda no. That's actually a good use of blockchain, yung tokenization and fractional ownership. Kasi you can manage everything right on chain, right? And then you can represent like you mentioned per hectare, right? And then maybe like one farmer has like some sort of siguro para half of that is gonna be owned by this farmer, and then whenever like there's a revenue coming in from this specific like section para makakuha siya ng parang something ng shares, right? It depends on how you configure and how you sort of slice up yung yung sharing. So it's very similar to sa previous guest namin earlier na parang we're kind of like it's a real estate wherein pero yon mas straightforward kasi it's just like sort of like a unit, right? Like a condo. As parang different
and
investors sa
economic
condo.
sharing.
Yeah, economic sharing then, right? Yung monetization ng unit na yun is gonna be like shared across kung sino man yung parang yung investors noon, right? Depending on how much they of course they invested, right, sa share. So that's actually a good project, honestly. Hindi ko it's sa ano
Mm.
isa yung ginagawa mo. It's good. So involved din dyan yung mga farmers, right? So it's not just purely
Mm.
investors but also the farmers themselves, right? Sama dyan.
I mean, the farmers would take the benefits from this because most of the
Yeah.
farmers really need what you call this? They need cash on hand as fast as they can
Yeah.
because of the economic status nila. Yeah, it's beneficial kasi calculated na nila yung matatanggap nila at the same time
Mm-hmm.
they're not bearing the capital risk anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Question though.
purely
Sa agriculture, I think there's something I want to explore. Bukod, this is probably the last use case we're gonna explore for this recording session because we are at the end of the program now, our session. But I'm curious on what's your thoughts on what I call the delegation model. So the delegation model is something I've stumbled upon when I was talking to someone who was doing indigenous studies. So he was doing indigenous studies, and apparently sa indigenous lands, people or mga powerful people are tricking indigenous people to give away their deeds of land, to give away yung mga lands nila para ma-overtake. Sabi nung kausap ko, nag-take ng indigenous studies, he told me, he said, oh, so we can use blockchain to somehow delegate the task of holding the documents, the deeds for this technologically, challenge indigenous people sa
Mm-hmm.
foundation para the documents are taken care of, and then the people who we delegate to are pressured to do the right thing because it's immutable and transparent. So then we can serve the indigenous people who are having a difficult time fending for themselves by delegating that. Now
Mm-hmm.
I want us to explore, have you ever experienced some sort of situation wherein that applying that delegation model of giving the power to delegating the power to someone who is trusted and forcing them to remain with integrity? Do you see that being useful currently?
actually, for that case, I mean, we have projects with what we do in Farm Connect is instead of doing the technicalities of mapping it out, they try to convert their lands into a money-making lands, which is they do farmings within their lands. Because one of the laws here in the Philippines is once you make your land farmable or tillable and you make money out of it, there will be no reason a big institution will purchase their lands because they have their own way of living. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if these indigenous people has no means of living,
Yeah.
they will find a way. They will find a way how they will sell it, how they will sell
Mm.
their lands to these people to make a comfort living
Mhm.
temporarily. So the word temporarily because once you give a weapon to a specific person that doesn't know how they will wield it, at the end of the day, it will be gone to them. And you can't do that to these indigenous people because you need to teach them how to fish instead of giving them fish so that they could be sustainable.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a really
Mhm.
good perspective.
But the delegation model could be applicable actually implementing the real estate, the blockchain, doing the blockchain real estate, meaning to say, how do you block tokenize your actual assets so that you could be liquid enough
Mm.
to swap, collateralize your assets.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think in terms of what you're saying, there's this trustee that holds all of the physical papers, verifying if it's legit.
Mhm.
Then once the digital transaction happens, they will automatically also do the tagging. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, you'll be stepping out what so many processes. You'll be stepping out
Yeah. Yeah.
different nuances in the real estate industry.
Mhm.
You'll be you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah.
eliminating you'll be
Yeah.
eliminating some
Middle
so
middlemans.
let me remind you again. Inefficiency is equals to money. So if there's an efficient
Mm.
process, there is money to make out
There's
of
an
it. And
yeah. Yeah.
if you make it efficient, someone will
GG.
GGU.
Someone someone will make money out of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess like
So
yung
All
delegation
I think
model na yun. Yeah. That's something that's interesting din nga, right?
all right.
sige bro.
So I think we're pretty much set. It's been a really really good session. It's been insightful, Lana, with the trades you share and how you see the world in general through the lens of the people who are actually in the agriculture industry, not just people who are training to be in the agriculture industry, but actually being there, wearing your uniform, the takal ni one shirt, showing people that you're actually there. All right. So to end this session on a really, really strong note, brother, for your time and for your effort, I want to give this opportunity to you. If there's anything you want to plug, and as well as let them know where they can contact you, brother Stephen, this is your moment.
Yeah, feel free to add me up in Facebook or yeah, LinkedIn. You could contact me in LinkedIn. And then in terms of opportunities like co-investments, let's say
Yeah.
you want to get involved in one of my core specialties, which is crypto,
Mhm.
agriculture, and different place. Different place. I do less promotion, so I couldn't barely see me at all publicly. So, but yeah, mostly I've been on different meetups. You could catch you there on different meetups in crypto space. But yeah, anything that they want to get involved in crypto or agriculture in terms of investments and opportunities, yeah, feel free to
So
contact me.
I'm like really interested dun sa ano mo. Honestly, personally ako, I'm interested dun sa angel investments kasi I've been looking a way to create like a venture fund Philippines. It's like I have a yeah, like I was able to like, to get like money. And to me, I wanted to invest some on some tech startups in the Philippines. Just like what you said, right? Angel investment, incubating some tech startups. And I actually spoke to Jay Fajardo. Kasi I know him eh. So I know him and then sabi ko, how can we work together on this? Kasi like he's sort of like parang teacher na rin and mentor na rin in terms of those venture capitalists. And it's just really great to know someone like you na, who's doing this. And I mean, sincerely, like, I don't know, to me, let's connect, after this. Kasi like talagang interested ako. Like, I have the money, I have the resources. It's just that I don't know how to enter the space. Like, I don't know, like, what's next. Like, I'm a technologist, as mentioned by Christian here. I'm a software developer. I'm a software engineer. I build apps. Like, I build efficiency, through tech.
Efficiency.
But
Correct,
but
correct.
but I know that there are lots of projects out there that can also help our country in terms of building more efficient solutions. And some of them, and this is just from my experience, some of them, they don't have like the resources to do it, right? They don't have the funds to jumpstart. And my position is, I want to invest, and I also want to help you, guide you to build this, because I'm not just going there as an investor. I actually have the skills to also contribute, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
definitely. Yeah,
Once again, our website is on blockchainforexecutives.com. And Blockchain for Executives is a podcast that focuses on teaching you on how you can leverage decentralized technology for your business. And this has been a great session. See you again on the next episode. Peace!